Alright, Literacy Day is all about bringing your passion and your love for reading and writing to a younger generation. That's part of why we do Literacy Day. So tonight's mini lesson talks about the second part of what you're going to be doing with your little kid. You'll start with the story, which you've read with expression and inflection. And they might have a story they want to read to you or to show you their desk or something like that. And you'll spend some time getting to know them. And then the other part of what you're going to be doing is writing a story with your buddies, because you'll have more than one. Today's mini lesson says that you are a writing mentor to your younger buddies, and you should act as a coach or a guide. You have more experience writing just because you're older, and so therefore you are the expert. Even if you don't see yourself as a writer, in the eyes of these kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third graders, you are the expert, and you are. I mean, if you think about it, you have way more time that you've spent writing than they have. Some of them are just learning how to form letters, and so it comes really easier for you than for them. So, you're going to be helping them figure out topics for their stories. So, before you even get to that, you should know that you're in charge of getting all the supplies for your elementary buddy, which includes booklets. So you'll have, these will be in little bins, little fabric bins, and one per bus. And so we're going to Mr. Cast and I will put somebody in charge for each hour to get the needed supplies. You'll have, you need one booklet for each of your little buddies, one of these booklets. And it has a place for this book was created by, and that's where you're going to put your name or their name, and you'll put their names. And then the inside, some of them have lines, some of them don't. And the ones that don't, you'll just write. You can do the words and the picture, or you can do the words on one side and the picture on one. It doesn't really matter how you set it up. They should have pencils, and they should have crayons or other supplies for coloring. So just help them find those. That's what your job will be. And your other job is to help them with a topic. Now, a lot of you know that that's a lot of times the hardest thing that a writer has to do, is to come up with a topic that they want to write about and to stick with it long enough for it to be interesting. You don't have a lot of time with them, so you need to make it a quick process, but you might think about their interests inside school or outside of school, and you might also look to the surveys that they took, and I'm going to post that, I think, on the blog, maybe along with this mini lesson, so that you'll be able to see what did my little buddy as a class say that they were interested in writing about. If they're really young, you're going to have to write the words for them, and then they can draw the pictures. And if you're doing that, you want to make sure that as you write the words, you try to say them aloud. And really what that does is helps them associate the sound of the word with the actual word as you're writing it. So if you can try to be conscious of doing that, especially if they're in kindergarten. Some of them will know how to write, it's March, so they probably are learning, and some of them will just know, and some of them won't, so you'll have to really kind of be the person to guide them. I want you to talk to them honestly about your own writing process. Again, if you're the writing mentor, then you've had experience, so talk about it from your experience. What's hard? What's been easy? What do you find has helped you as a writer? And here's your chance. Try to teach them something that you know about writing. You know a lot about writing from this year, from your years past. So what's one thing that you could teach them? Your one student or your one group of students. It's your chance to do your own mini lesson with your group of kids. All right, we'll talk more about this tomorrow if you have questions. Thanks. Good night.